This is the warm-up to lesson 17. We're reviewing absolute value equations and inequality equations. Solve the absolute value of 8x minus 3 equals 13, and solve and graph the absolute value of 3x minus 5 is less than 6. So we've got our absolute value by itself, so we can start right into our positive and our negative side. 8x minus 3 is equal to 13. And on our negative side, 8x minus 3 is equal to negative 13. We'll add 3. 8x equals 16. Divide by 8. And x equals 2. Our steps will be the same. Negative 13 plus 3 makes negative 10. Divide by 8. And we get x equals negative 10 eighths. What goes into both of those? 2 does. So this is negative 5 fourths. We divided both of those by 2. Our next side, solve and graph. So we've got it, so our absolute value is alone. So we say 3x minus 5 is less than 6. And our negative side, 3x minus 5 is greater than negative 6. Don't forget to change the symbol and the sign. On our positive side, we'll add 5. And we get 3x is less than 11. We'll divide by 3, and so x is less than 11 thirds. And our negative side, our steps are the same. 3x is greater than negative 1. Divide by 3. And x is greater than negative 1/3. So now we got to see what this is. What does this look like? So we're at negative 1/3 and 11 thirds. 3 goes into 11, 3 times with 2 left over, so this is actually 3 2/3. We look at both of these and neither of them have the equal sign with them, so I know I've got 2 open circles. And let's look here. We're eating the variable, so we're greater than negative 1/3. Greater than goes this direction. And we're eating the number, so we're less than 11 thirds. Less than goes to the left. And now because that's an and equation, it's and, so now we need to rewrite it. So we rewrite it using our numbers. Negative 1/3 and 11 thirds. Put our variable in the middle. Now we look to what we were eating. Between the x and the 11 thirds, we were eating the number, eating 11 thirds. So we say now we're open to the 11 thirds. Between the x and the negative 1/3, we're eating the x. So we eat the x. We read this from the middle to the left and then back to the middle and to the right. All real numbers greater than negative 1/3. And less than 11 thirds. Homework questions, do those in class. And now you guys should be working on a couple of these, so let's do this. You spend some time and then hit pause and we'll go ahead and do it. So we have our positive side and our negative side. 3x minus 2 equals 7. Our negative side, 3x minus 2 equals negative 7. We'll add 2, and we'll get 3x equals 9. Divide by 3, x equals 3. Steps are going to be the same. Add 2, 3x equals negative 5. Divide by 3, and x equals negative 5 thirds. Now, on a test or something like that, you might see this answer in like these fancy brackets. I'm not even very good at writing them. Something like this. And we could say negative 5/3, comma, 3. And you might see that same, this means this. It's the same exact thing. So you may see it like this. Let's solve and graph this one. So take a second, solve and graph it. We've got our positive side. We've got our negative side. 2r plus 1 is greater than 5. Our negative side, 2r plus 1. We need to reverse the inequality symbol and change the sign. Subtract 1, subtract 1. 2r is greater than 4. Divide by 2. R is greater than 2. Our other side, we'll subtract 1. 2r is less than negative 6. Divide by 2. And we get r is less than negative 3. So let's graph this and see what it looks like. Our numbers are negative 3 and 2. Neither one of these has the equal sign, so I know we've got two open circles. We would say all real numbers are greater than 2. Greater than goes to the right, so greater than 2. And all real numbers are less than negative 3. So that goes to the left. So because our graph goes away from itself, I'm either a solution over here or I'm a solution over here. So this is an or problem. And we can leave it alone. Our homework today is homework 17.